Hey guys, what is going on? Rodtalk here. I made this video today to talk to you guys about how to disposition a property that you have. What do I mean by disposition? I'm talking to anybody that is in the wholesale space and you got a property under contract at a deep discount and now you are looking to sell that property to an investor or somebody that wants to live in it, mainly investors, but there are a lot of cash buyers that want to do the renovations themselves. But how to sell that property and how to go about the thought process when it comes to talking to investors and what to think about and kind of the step-by-step guide in a way of what it is you want to have prepared when you're talking to investors. This property that I filmed this video on, we actually just closed on about 2 weeks ago. What we did with this property was we actually locked it up at 165. We're trying to sell it at about 185, I believe. We did have it a little high, but we found somebody that sent us over an offer exactly where we needed to be at. They sent us an offer at 170. I went back to the seller. I had a great conversation with the seller and I told him we needed it at a little bit of a lower price and he was willing to do that. All in all, we did great with that deal, but most people are going to want to get your property lower than what you have it at, and you have to be prepared to work with people and not lose motivation when the first person tells you you have a bad property, because there's so many investors out there. For one person, it might be a horrible price. For the other person, it might be an amazing price. I hope this is valuable to you and let me know what you think about it. What you want them to do is to always give you a solid and concrete offer. Doesn't matter what the offer is, even if we're off by 30, 40,000. Everybody you talk to, it's like, look, if you're serious, you're going to send me an offer at what price you would move on this. I'm going to try to make it work for you. I always tell everybody that we're here to work for investors. And if investors don't work with us, or, rehabbers don't work with us and give us numbers, then there's no way for us to work with us. We get them at estimates. Sometimes we don't know the full extent of the work that it needs. So if they give us an offer, we can always go back to the seller and try to get it at a deeper price, at a better price. Obviously, we need people to just be sure on their offer. The most powerful thing is they're like, look, if you can get it at 160, you can sell it to me at 180, I can move instantly, not think about it. That's powerful, because then I could go back to the owner and be like, hey, look, actually, our offer has to be at 130, just an example, but we can move on it right now. He's like, no, I'll take 145. And if these people offer 155, then that's something we have to work with, right? We can go back to the people and be like, hey, look, we can only do 160 to keep making our spread, We work it both ways, always. The more that we can finagle in the middle, the more that we make, of course. That's our profit. And remember, people are always going to start you off low. Like, the price that they see wholesalers sell at is like a price that they're immediately already trying to discount 10,000 off, They never see it for face value. But it's most important to build those relationships with people that want to work with you and send you offers that are serious and that can move instantly. That's why you want people to go look at the house. You want them to do all this thing, even if they think their offer is going to be low. The ideal thing is when they go take a look at the house, we have multiple people at the house. 2-3 people that are there. So they see that there's competition for the house. It's not just one person that is going there. And also, when you're talking with people, you want to know the comps, right? Because people, if you don't know the comps, they're just going to crash you. You want to be able to take a look at the property. So let's say 17390, you can take a look at it. This property is not rehab. This is 2 duplexes. We're selling, mind you, one part of the duplex. This is just kind of like ours. We have a much nicer kitchen than this. And I mean, the floors are nice. I would say if you invest, you have to put the roof on, but if you invest about 25 in ours, you can get it looking somewhat like this. Look, this is old. We have better bathrooms than that. So look, this property sold not too long ago for $479. It is a duplex though, but the price per square feet still applies because they bought 2 of these, so technically you just kind of divide them. You always want to look at it at price per square feet. 287 times 1,500, 436,000. That's high up there. Oh, this is wrong, because the 287 is really high because it's not 1,670 square feet. It was both duplexes. It's about half of that. So the price per square foot, let's say probably if each 287 divided to 143 times 1572, you got 224 per side. We're at 180, 185. It has a new air. has a new water heater. You want to take into account everything that has new. But this isn't rehab. Like, this home isn't rehab. They didn't put any money in this house. They probably put a new roof. What technically we're saying with this is if we were to put a new roof on it and, I don't know, $5,000 more, because this house doesn't look much different than ours. We could be at 220. So if somebody sent in an offer at 175, 85, 190, at 200, they could probably be selling it at around 220, 230. You want to know exactly where we are with every property, right? So let's say we're very thin, but we're close enough to where somebody could be like, hey, look, I think at 175 or 170 or 174 could work. Because 170 already gives you 15,000 extra in equity, which is the roof and some of the work in the house. And you're at 185 plus closing 190, so you have about 30,000 in equity, 35,000. Okay, so you look at that comparator, right? So you already have an idea, an argument in your mind. So you look at this one, and then this is how you start. Again, another duplex sold for 310, sold for 310. I mean, this is not nice. I mean, some of, like, the flooring is all right. It's not a beautiful, let's say, it might have a nice view outside, has a nice second floor. A lot of them come like this type of style. Okay, it has a nice outside, but we have potential of having this type of outside too. Our outside, you just got to clean it. Do we have a garage? No, we don't have a garage. Okay, so garage does add value to it. So that's good. That's the difference from this, right? However, the outside, we have a lot more lot space. We can do a lot more with this, with ours, than they can, right? So this sold for 310. So it's always about seeing the potential of everything. So this sold at 164 per square foot. If we're at 164 times 1530, 1570. That's 260. That puts us at 250. So there is a comp out there that shows you that puts us at 250. At 250, like the price we have it at is great. And look, its estimated value is 311 now. That's why super important for you to know. And these are all on the same road. Look, Albany's right there. This is right here. It's super important for you to know the comps. This one sold. This is sold as a whole unit, but it sold a while ago. It sold in July. So July, it's almost like the peak of the market. And this looks like it's very dated. No, it's actually just one portion of it. No, it's actually just one unit that sold because it's 1860 square feet. So it wasn't both. It's 196 per square foot. But this was the top of the market. June, July was really high. So now things are going a little bit down. So it's not the same type of square foot. But look, I mean, if somebody tells you it's like something sold that is like ugly at 196, which puts us at 260. So we're not crazy from the comps we did and the numbers we ran. Like, we know what we're doing. That's why we got it at this price, right? But everybody's going to tell you you're crazy. It's always like that. And then the thing is, people make you doubt yourself until somebody comes in and buys it and doesn't ask any questions and loves it. And, you know, you just got to be like mentally prepared, knowing that like everybody's going to come in. But if you know the numbers, you know the numbers. I mean, the thing is, everywhere's growing right now. So places like these are great opportunities because people now can get a better deal. The deal that I had with this owner is that I was going to list this property on the market. I told him what I was going to do is I was going to novate it. So I was going to sell it to a homeowner, like somebody that wants to live in there at the end of the day. That's what he agreed to. I'm actually going to talk to Olivia when she's back, and we're going to list this on the thing is that the pictures are really bad, but what we're going to do is we're going to list it on the market so we get a lot of movement on it, because he doesn't care. He's an older guy. He really we have time with it. We have 15 days plus, not counting weekends, so 2 days, so 15, 2, 4. So we have 21 days with this property. The thing with this property is like we don't have to rush it. We don't have to not the first person that says something. We want to market it and then get some movement on it and see what the market is saying. We're the cheapest priced home in the area. I mean, like, imagine if we can sell it at 190, nothing in the area, even that is dated, has sold. We're looking at the comps, you know, like 190 puts us at the cheapest price per square foot. And look at here, we at our price per square foot, we're at 118 price per square foot. Look, nothing has even remotely close to this. Everything is this one's off, but 164, 167, 242, 162, you know? So that's at our price. If we list it, we're probably gonna list it a little higher because we have to pay a realtor. We'll probably list it at like 190. We're gonna get hit up on this property. You know, there's a lot of people that have, that would rather just buy something cheap and work on it, you know? So that's what we're looking for right now, probably. if the investors are not having it with this property, you know, if it's too much for them. And it might be also, we have to understand the perspective of the investors, because investors have the numbers that used to work for them don't work for them anymore, right? So they need cheaper prices. Okay, so you start seeing, right, what's going on in the market. These are all the comps here, 1, 2, 3. This is a small little area where, I mean, you know what is going on. If you learn the numbers here, you're gonna kind of know exactly what we're thinking and why we think it's a deal. And look, we're spending a lot of money on these. The people that are running the numbers are smart. The guy that's giving me the comparable analysis, he has a PhD in economics, and Livia has a master's in business. So like, when we're running the numbers, we're not just fucking around, you know? There's substance to it, because if we are, we would all be wasting our time. So people try to insult you like, oh, this is not a deal, but everyone's always trying to just hit at you when you're in wholesaling. But when you list the properties, it's better because people come to you more. Anyway, this is where we're estimating $25,000 of work. This is if you were to leverage it, right? If you were to get a hard money loan, you would need $56,000 to buy the house. The total cost of the project would be $200. Cash on cash return would be 47%. This is $56,000, which, because we calculate how much money you need to give lenders for them to give you the loan on the whole house. You would need to invest in this house a total of $56,000, but you would get 47% cash on cash return, because you're getting $25,000 on the 56 that you invest on a, let's say, 6-month turnaround time. So that's 47 cash on cash return. Estimated profit, we're thinking about 26,000. Now, people get creative. You don't have to list this with a realtor. We calculate that you're listing it with a realtor, that you're doing these things, that fees that add up. You don't have to do that. You could also be making the money from that 2.5%. This is how much we saw the rent in the area. Closing date, and we're sending this out to people. They can also submit here and give an offer, which I haven't seen too many people do. This is, right now, it's friendly for mobile, because everybody's on mobile. And when they click here, they click on the pictures. So this was like a rundown. This is how all of ours are. This is kind of like the conversations we had. Could you text me the details? Yes, thanks for answering. The property is. Okay, so we texted him about a property, and it doesn't seem like we had much communication with him. So we're just gonna call him and be like, hey, Adam, how are you? Just wanted to let you know that I have a property in Pensacola. I wanted to know if you're still investing. If you are, I can send it over to you. Perfect, yeah, I'm investing. And then what you want to do with the property is you want to know exactly what the area is, because you want to ask them when they let you know that they are investing. It's like, okay, great. What areas are you interested in? Would you happen to be interested in zip code 32534? And you're going to have the area pulled up, and you're going to look at the region. You're going to be like, oh, would you be interested in something in Santa Carlos? You're going to ask people that, because here's the thing. You're always identifying if what we have is right for them, because you don't just want to send something to people that don't want it. Once you identify if it is right for them, then you send it to them. If they're like, no, I don't like that area, I like this, and that, you're like, okay, perfect. You write the notes in, either on Asana or Podio, and then you keep the notes there. That way you know exactly who it is you're talking to in the future. What we do sometimes is that our texting department, they text buyers, and they ask them, hey, I have a property, are you interested? They're like, yeah, I'm still interested in buying. Yo guys, hey, I hope you enjoyed that video. This is just a little bit about how we go about here at XR Holdings, talking to our clients, what we do, the research we do before talking to our clients, the information we have before. This is actually our template that we use to send out mass email campaigns to our buyers. So if you have any questions, drop a comment below. I would love to answer it. If you have any ideas on videos you would like me to make, let me know. I am in this space. Making deals happen is certainly a lot of knowledge that I can share with you guys. If you'd like to share any tips with me, that would also be amazing. I'm always open to learning and hearing out what you have to say. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.